You know what? I am so lucky to be in this city. We have a new mayor that has shown us what progressive is going to look like. And behind each great man is a greater woman. Would you please help me welcome Miss Elizabeth Keller? And with her is, oh my God, Sarita Nair, the city's Chief Administrative Officer. Please give them a warm welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Albuquerque. Thank you all for coming out this morning, and thank you for showing us over this last year that we are a community that stands up and we are a community that sticks together. I want to thank again all of the organizers and volunteers and all of you who have over the last few months, over the last year, over the last decade, dedicated to yourselves to what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. referred to as positive and vigorous actions to move our city, our state, and our country forward. Thank you. I also want to thank my family, without whom anything that Tim or I do would not be possible. It's a special joy for us to be here today with our kids, with my parents, with my aunt and uncle. And as someone who grew up here right in this city, it is amazing to look out at this crowd and see not just the village that is helping to raise our kids, but the village that helped to raise me as well. And as Samira already noted, we as a community have lots to celebrate in this state and lots to celebrate in the city. We are particularly excited this year at the city to have for the first time ever a leadership team on city council that is all female run. And two of our incredible counselors, Councilor Pena and Councilor Borrego, who you'll hear from later this morning. We are also lucky to have the first female CAO in city history, Sarita Nair. And for those of you who don't know what CAO stands for, it is shorthand for runs the entire city. So I feel particularly privileged to be up here with one of the most incredible women I know, who has spent the last year tirelessly recruiting, energizing, and empowering incredible female leaders across the city. This includes two incredible women who I will call out, though there are many, many more working at all levels of City Hall. We've got Michelle Melendez, who's running our Office of Equity and Inclusion. Tori Jacobus, who recently joined the team to run the Office of Civil Rights. And together with Sarita, these two women are working across all departments at City Hall and working with partners in all sectors of our city to make sure we are embedding equity and inclusion in who we hire, how we train, who we do business with, and how we protect and serve our entire community. So thank you. As many of you know, we have a simple vision for this city, and that is that working together, we can continue to create a community that is safe, inclusive, and innovative that works for all. But we know that the most important part, this middle part, inclusion, is what makes safety and innovation possible in our city. And what we've learned over the last year is that we can and we must do better. It's going to take all of us working together at as one Albuquerque, but we have learned from all of you that we are a resourceful and a resilient bunch, that we have everything we need right here in our community to face our most pressing challenges head on. We've got the energy, we've got the creativity, and we've got the expertise to ensure that everyone in this community feels protected and respected and able to thrive. So now it is my great honor to pass the mic to the woman who is leading that effort and leading this great city, Sarita Nair.
Good morning, Albuquerque. Thank you. So it is such an honor to share the stage with Dr. Elizabeth Keller, the First Lady of Albuquerque. I don't think everyone realizes how important that role is in our team, and she brings a clarity and a perspective and a patience to the entire administration that we couldn't do anything without. We are so grateful for Liz on the team. Very, very often, when I'm not sure where to start thinking about something, or when I need a tiebreaker, I will say, what does Liz think about that? And her opinion generally tends to prevail because she's got so much wisdom and perspective. So I just wanted to touch also on the theme of today, which is Women's Wave. And I love that. It talks about our momentum, but I like to use another phrase as well, which is the Women's Glacier. Because there's nothing new or ephemeral about what is going on today. What we see in the 2018 elections is really literally just the tip of the iceberg. And below that are many of the women who we see out here today, many of the women who couldn't be here today, who have been running for office and losing, who have been encouraging other women to run, who have been making sure that women of color and gay, lesbian, transgendered women and people with disabilities and people from all over the spectrum are represented at those tables that are deciding who gets to run for office. And I just want to make sure we know that just like a glacier, there's nothing that's going away about this women's wave. So my ask of you all today is just keep speaking out. You know, when we sit up there in City Hall, it is so easy to forget all of the different issues that are so urgent to all of you. And so we need all of you to speak on what is most important to you so that we remember all of those issues, so that we continue to give attention across the board, whether it's ADA accessibility or testing the backlog of untested rape kits or making sure that our streets are safe for women and for people of all different levels of ability. So thank you so much for having us here today. We'll turn it back over to Samia.